Theresa May has urged Brussels to make progress on trade talks with Britain amid reports of a deadlock in negotiations. The European Union wants to nail down the divorce settlement, including an exit bill, before agreeing to future trading relations. Liberals can't hope to beat Trump until they truly understand him. John Harris read more during a visit to Japan, the Prime Minister said. Significant discussions were still needed to agree on Britain's obligations, indicating there were no plans to row back on the government's Brexit strategy. Her comments came amid reports that British officials increasingly believe EU negotiators are tied by a rigid template and are incapable of carrying out the Brexit negotiations. Officials from the Brexit department are understood to believe their opposite numbers on the EU side do not have a mandate to negotiate effectively. According to Sky News, the broadcaster reported that the consequence of this, from the view of the British side, is deadlock, with the EU officials setting out their position on various issues and then waiting for the British to move to that position. The European Union's chief Brexit negotiator, Michel Barnier, tweeted on Wednesday, "Negotiations ongoing. #EUCO guidelines are designed for serious and constructive negotiations, but we need clear #EUC positions on all issues." Meanwhile, in Japan, May said, "I think a good trade deal is not just about the UK, it is about what is good for businesses in what will be the 27 remaining states of the EU as well. Beware the relaunch of the ship May. It's an empty vessel going nowhere." Polly Toynbee Read more, "I think it is in all our interest to move on to those trade talks and to get a good deal." She added, "I have always said, next decade, and there are still significant discussions to be had on what that should be. I think progress on discussing a trade deal is not only going to be good for the United Kingdom, it would be good for the European Union." May dismissed criticism from European Commission President Jean Claude Juncker that Britain has failed to set out detailed proposals for what it wants to secure, insisting the government has done a significant amount of work. The PM said her Lancaster House speech, which critics claimed amounted to a hard Brexit, was still the basis of the government's position. The Article 50 letter built on the Lancaster House speech, she added.